Hello, everybody. My name is Janice Tester. I'm a psychologist, and I'm here to talk about EMDR because that is the modality that I work with the most. So, what is EMDR and what is it for? Well, basically, EMDR means eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. So, basically, we're going to have you move your eyes from side to side like we do in REM sleep. So, side to side. And why do we do this? Well, this is to help people that have experienced any sort of traumatic experience. So that can be big trauma or smaller traumas. Some smaller traumas that can be repetitive. And in my experience, a lot of us have had those, have had either small ones or bigger ones. So we're here to work with you to be able to digest them. So basically, what happens is that a trauma is like stored in one part of our brain with images, with sounds, with smells, with taste, with physical sensations, and thoughts about ourselves. And so, what we do is that we bring it to the forefront after going through certain steps and stage and phases in our treatment. And what we help you to do is to bring it forward in your working memory. You know, the working memory is the one that allows you to read. For example, you're reading a book, and so as you're just memorizing what is going on in the book, right? It doesn't mean that you're going to be thinking about it too much later on, but while you're doing it, so this is what we're bringing to the forefront. We're bringing that memory to the forefront. And so we're going to activate it, and then we're going to have a lot of things that are going to be infused in it. So the memory is going to change. It's going to be less charged. At the beginning, it's going to be pretty charged, of course, because it's still something we haven't digested. But with my help, you will be able to reduce the how you feel about it and how you think about it, because oftentimes we blame ourselves for things that were out of our control. For example, let's say we had car accident, um, and what happens is that our brain needs to see how we can make sure that this doesn't happen again. So, in our effort to control our events in life, what do we do? So we try to think, if I had left 5 minutes earlier, this would not have happened to me. If I had left maybe 10 minutes after, if I had done this or that or the other, but actually it was actually the fault of the other driver, then you see it doesn't really match, doesn't really work so well because we can't control certain events. What we can control is how we are going to feel and think about it. And so EMDR is going to help you to do that. So as I said, there are different phases. So one of them is at the beginning. We're going to get your history. We need to get a little bit of a sense. So someone that might have had a car accident, let's say, and so they want to work on the car accident. We still need to know if there are other memories that are feeding into this memory of the car accident. So we need to take do some of this history taking, or else, it would be futile and it would not be helping you. Then there's a preparation phase. So we need our system, especially our limbic system, to be able to calm down. That's a part of our brain, reptilian brain, that gets that into fight, flight, and freeze mode. So we need to prepare you for that. And so I recommend, one of the things that I recommend the most is to calm down the system is to use the deep breathing, the cardiac coherence. And so I have a video on that, so you can check it out. And well, there's other ways as well that we can work on together in the session. So then we have the assessment phase. So the assessment, basically, we're going to see what we're exactly talking about. and what kind of what memory, what is it about the memory, and we're going to assess different aspects of it. So, um, we're going to really bring it up and so that it's really charged. So it's not like, oh, well, yeah, I remember. No, it's really that it's going to be charged. Then we go through the part of desensitization so that you are going to feel a huge difference. Sometimes it might go up the level of distress that is really going to be bothersome. But I just think about it like going to the dentist and you get really a bothersome moment, but then afterwards you're going to be relieved. So this is going to happen, but we want to keep you within a window of tolerance. So between here and here, right? We don't want you to go higher than the window of tolerance, and we don't want you to go so low that it's just like, oh well, I don't really care. All right, so we're going to be navigating. What I do is I use a machine that I really love. It's called the EMDR kit, and I'm going to show you how it works. So you're going to be following the light while you're thinking about the distressing memory. Please don't do it right now. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, so here we go. You can go really fast when we're processing memories. Okay, well, not that fast. And then it can go really slow. So just to give you an idea of how it works. All right. Okay. So that is a great gadget that we use in EMDR so that we can save our arms, or else we would be doing this all day long and it can be a little bit tiring and taxing for the body. So um, then what do? We install, once it has gone down, we go through another phase, which is called the installation of the positive cognition. So basically what's going to happen is that you're going to be starting to think about yourself in another way. So like the example that I told you about the car. Oh yeah, it's my fault. I didn't leave earlier. Oh, you know, why am I so rushed always? So you see this guilt. So now you're going to start thinking about yourself in a more adaptive way. So the adaptive way can be, it's over. I survived. I'm resilient. All right. And then we do a body scan. So we're going to ask you to bring up the memory once again and to do a body scan and to check how you're feeling when it's regarding that memory. And normally, what happens, what is really amazing, is that you feel calm. There might be a little bit of tension here and there. So we're going to work on that until the body scan shows that you are completely calm when you think about this memory. At the end, we have closure, and we talk about how it went, the session for you, and then we reevaluate once again in the following session to see where you're at, just to see where you're at, right? It doesn't always take one session to be able to work on a memory. It might take a few sessions. So some people ask me, well, how long would treatment take? So I have recently gotten a call of someone that had a single event that she wants to work on. Okay. So, I've seen people that this has worked really well in 4 or 5 sessions for a single event, but sometimes it can take 20 sessions. It can take longer. When we're talking about complex trauma, we're talking about complex PTSD. So this is repetitive, insidious traumatic experience, especially when you're growing up. That can take a while. What I like about it is that it takes a bit less time than other sorts of therapies in my experience. And you're going to feel a level of relief in not too long. There is going to be a change in that. You're going to feel some relief. So that's what I like about it. That's why I practice EMDR on a daily basis. and I see wonderful results. Now, is this going to work for me? You might be asking yourself. Well, it can work for around 85% of people. So hopefully you are in that range. And but there is a lot of progress that can be done. Um, so it is a work that we do, both you and me together, and we determine, okay, what is the theme? What is the problem? What is the situation? Why is it bothersome now? And so let's go and see. Let's go back and see and check. Okay, maybe this memory is very bothersome, and it's still in my system. It's still in my brain. It's still in my heart. It's still in my body, and I want to have it be digested and to let the past stay in the past. That's what it's about, so that we can be more present in the present. So I think if you have any any more questions, I can definitely answer those questions in a session. So I can give you a free 15-minute consultation when you call me to set up an appointment. And we can, if you have more questions around this, you can definitely ask me. All right. So I look forward to hearing from you, and I'd be very excited to start working with you. Take care. Bye.